Hey guys, what's up? This is One Piece from Paul's Parkour and PK Reviews. Today, I'm going to do my first parkour rant over rooftops. If you train parkour and freerunning, chances are that someday you're going to find yourself standing on top of a rooftop. It happens. It seems to be inevitable. And part of this is just because when we first start training parkour and freerunning, we look at rooftops and they just look like a lot of fun. They're kind of a mystery, and it's really fun to just try and find ways to climb up buildings and get on the roof. And then you want to train up there. And it's all really exciting and cool. It sort of starts by, when we start parkour, nowadays at least, we tend to watch a lot of other parkour videos, and we'll see a lot of people on roofs, so it really piques our interest. We really want to climb up these buildings and get on the roofs and just check it out. But I tend to find myself getting awfully bored with rooftops. Now, I probably shouldn't even be saying this because I've been on plenty of rooftops. I mean, I'm almost a hypocrite for even saying what I'm going to say, because I've been on a lot of rooftops in the few years that I've been training parkour. I mean, it just happens. It's going to happen to everyone that trains parkour. At first, rooftops seemed fun. They really were fun, actually. Getting on the roof was a lot of fun. Finding a way to climb up, I think, was the funnest part. But for the most part, since then, I found myself really bored with roofs. Every time I get on one, there's not much to do. I mean, in 2 years of training parkour, I've probably seen 2 roofs that actually had things to do on top of them. Most of the fun just comes out of climbing up it. So I really don't understand the hype in getting on rooftops. I mean, that's just me. Here's a decent example that I like to think of. We've trained with the people down at IU, and at IU, they've told us that they have agreed with the school that they can't get on any rooftops. And when you first go down there, one of the things they'll tell you is we have an agreement that we don't get on rooftops. And really, there's no reason to. There's so much to train down there. There's no reason you should have to get on a rooftop. And since then, I've noticed that there's never really a good reason to get on a rooftop. It's just kind of to explore and kind of to go out of your way just to find a way to get up there. Once you're up there, there's only a couple things even to jump around on, and I don't know, in my experience, I found it to be not a ton of fun. I like to get on the roofs. I'm not afraid of heights or anything. I get worried that I'm gonna get yelled at first of all, but maybe that's just me, and I would rather just avoid the conflict. I know we've gotten in trouble getting on roofs before, and we got banned from a park completely once because we got on the roof that of the school that owned the park. So we couldn't use that park for a good year, and that really sucked, all because we wanted to get on this roof. Now, that roof was one of the better roofs I'd seen, but if we could have just avoided the roof, we could have kept training at that park. So really, I don't think there's any point in risking getting on roofs. I mean, they're fun, sure, maybe, but they're not really worth it that much. I don't think they're that big of a deal. There's not enough to train on top of them, but that's really just me. I mean, I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say here is, rooftops can be cool, and they can be fun. Just, in my experience, I've found that most of them, maybe it's just in the areas that I've trained at, but most of them aren't that great. They're just okay, and honestly, there's things on the ground that I find better to train on. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think rooftops are really worth getting on? I mean, other than just climbing up them, because I think that's the funnest part personally. Once you're on the rooftop, is it really worth being up there? Like, what? And if it is, maybe you have better rooftops than me. I don't know, but let me know in the comments. Do you guys like rooftops enough to continue to get on them on a regular basis? I personally don't care anymore. I see rooftops and I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm probably not going to get on there. I mean, maybe, but I doubt it. So let me know, do you like rooftops more than I do? Or are you like me and they're just kind of there and they can be fun, but there's really no point?